Day 13. What a day. Let's see, let's get this up. Boom. And there we go. We're in. Day 13. Towards the later half, but we made it. What's up, Preston? How are you? Ben, you were waiting? Sorry to keep you waiting, Ben. But hello, what's up? How is Canada treating you today? Preston, you're good? Nice. Ugh. No problem, and Canadian is good. Nice, Ben. Very cool. Ugh. Don't mind me. I'm just cleaning up my whiteboard from previous video I made earlier today. I needed space to put my computer. Preston, you gotta go. Sorry, you're in some intense drama. It's all good, Preston. It's all good. What's up, Layla? How was the double shift today? Hey, Layla. Hey, Ben. You don't even want to talk about it? That's fine. We don't have to talk about it. You just want to be here? That's okay. That's why we're here. Well, what's up, Sat? Well, what's up then? What's going on? All right. How much, Ben? You did some streaming and Layla showed up for a little bit. Nice, Ben. That's awesome. Ben, what time did you stream? 6 hours ago. Layla, you wanted to stay, but you had to go. No problem. Yeah, Layla. I don't think that there's ever a problem if you can't make it out to someone's stream, unless you quite clearly said, no, I will be there, and there's something very important that they need you for. But besides that, I think you're fine. Oz, what's up? How's the day been? Oz? Overall, the day had been pretty good. We got back into the gym, so the very first day back in the gym, I decided to destroy my legs for some reason, but hey, that's what I did. And then after that, a few hours later, I went to go play tennis. So not the best idea, but we did it. We're here and we're still alive. So that's good. But yeah, got a video out today. That was to keep that commitment of Tuesdays and Thursdays, a new video going out on the channel. We're here now, completing the 30 minutes, or the at least 30 minutes for every day of 2026. I am pissed off at myself for my performance at tennis and other things. I started vocal lessons back up again today with a friend of mine because I have my audition coming up here soon. So there was a little bit of everything today. Oz, how's your day been? Ben, you did some Arc Raiders. Nice. Ben, glad you showed up, Layla. Even if it was for a little bit, you were half the audience. Layla, of course, Ben, you seem really cool. Layla, Ben is really cool. I got myself, him, Riley, Janito, and Phoenix. We all got to know each other quite well last night when we did the Zoom call. It was very interesting. We had a good time. Ryan? A different Ryan. Hello, different Ryan. Oz, okay, it was a quiet day. Brought a suitcase. I think I'm traveling to Malta. What's Malta, Oz? I've never heard of that. Oh, you bought one. All good. Layla, you wish you could have joined y'all? Well, Layla, don't worry. At some point, we plan on doing it again. We have not, there is no official, we are going to do it again of when that is, but we were thinking on the weekends potentially, maybe, but we'll see because I also work on the weekends. But we will figure it out. But there will be other chances to jump on Zoom or to actually talk to everyone in person. It was fun. I think we all had a good time. Phoenix was, of course, trolling because he just likes doing it, but we all had fun. I would assume, or at least that's what I gathered. I may be completely wrong, and Ben can say no, this was the worst idea ever. So, I don't know. Layla, but you had work and you felt really down and depressed, to be honest. Well, Layla, guess what? We're here now. It's all good. We're here to help take your mind off things. Don't you worry about it. And now that you are in the group, you can, if you're feeling down, you can message someone, be like, hey, I need a pick-me-up. Help. And then we got you. Oz, Malta is a country and island in the Mediterranean Sea. Nice. Ian, I am so late. Yeah, I know. It's Tuesday, Ian. I'm always late on Tuesday because I play tennis. People know this. Layla, you don't know you don't like looking vulnerable though. Well, Layla, that's why it's a private message. You just find someone you trust and then go from there. You could message Angel because so that way you and her could plan your shopping date. Could I lose any faster? I could not lose any faster because we were all just playing games. We weren't really playing anything with too many winners or losers. So, no. Oh, that makes sense. You didn't know about that? Yeah, we did. I was getting the guns out. They ain't guns yet. They peewee shooters, but eventually they'll get there. Oh, lol. Isaac, what's up, bro? You just said bro beans. Nice. So he lost. That's short for lost. No, my team, like half my teams won, half my teams lost. So we made it about even. That's high. Ian, and you took number one somehow. Yep. Bruh. Give it back. Nice. Ugh. It's based off comments and donations. Yeah. The Zoom was nice. Cool. I'm glad it was. Rambo, what's up? You didn't donate Jack. What do you think you think you're going to bed in a few minutes? That's fair. It's later. You Rambo, how's it going? It's going good, Rambo. How are you doing? Ben, you agree with Phoenix? Thank you, Ben. I appreciate the feedback. I was like, what's my ideal good day? Um, Isaac, I don't know what my ideal good day would be. I've not fully thought that out just because it changes all the time. But yeah, I have no clue at this current moment. I kind of need to figure that out. I will look into it. You're glad you didn't miss the Zoom? Nice, Ian. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Layla, you're tired. Good night. Good night, Layla. If you ever need to talk, you know where to find us. We're all in there. And yeah, just reach out, shoot a message over. Anyone in there will be happy to help. Reggie, how's the day going, sir? Reggie, the days had ups, downs, and every other way. We had some good, we had a little bit of bad, but we're here now. We're streaming. We're having a good time. So I can't complain, bro. Just got a lot of thinking to do and planning. And your Wi-Fi was bad last night. Oh, good night, Layla. And I never gave you an autograph, by the way. That is correct, Ian, because I feel like if I do give you an autograph, then you are going to put it on the picture you will not show me, and I'm not signing it without knowing what it is. That's why I didn't give it to you. Rambo, nice glasses. Thanks, Rambo. Appreciate it. Reggie, what am I planning for? Bro, just like planning for life in general, like what I want to do, how to accomplish goals I have, or for like this year, just like planning for life, making a plan, sticking to it, and just going from there. How does someone even think in that direction? Bro, gave me the idea. Are you talking about the picture thing, Ian, or what I was talking about? Oz playing for Frozen. Yeah, playing for Frozen. That's one too, because I have to get prepped and ready for the audition, so I have to dedicate some time to that, as well as all the rehearsals we're gonna have. So yeah, that's one. Rambo, what's the cost of the glasses? Rambo, I the glasses for me, they're about 40 to 50 bucks. So yeah. Yeah, I think the glasses were about $40 to $50 on Amazon. They came with a case and a cloth to clean them with, but I think right around there. But I just got them off Amazon because my friend recommended them to me. Reggie, I wish you all the best with that. You seem like a nice guy. Good luck. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate it. Oh no, Troy Bolton. Troy Bolton went to the dark side. Ian, that drawing is going to your grave. You would never see you the same again. Ian, I've never even seen you to begin with, so I don't think it matters. Oz laser eye protection for his viewers. You can say that. And you saw your biological father today. He used to be big, but he looks like he's on crack or something. Ben, that's crazy, bro. Why did you see him? Did you just go like visit him, or what happened? Bay, you don't want to be alone. You said you don't want to be alone. Well, Bay, physically we can't do anything, but you're here right now, and there is seven, and there are six other people in the stream. So you're not. You might be physically alone, but you're not alone because we're all here. Anyways, Reggie, leave a like on the stream here in the chat. Thanks, Reggie. Appreciate it. Rambo, bro, you're super nice. Thanks for your reply. Of course, Rambo, I got you. Rambo, if you want to find the exact glasses that I'm wearing, if you go on Amazon, the brand is called THL Sleep. And if you type in THL Sleep blue light blocking glasses, these should be the first ones that pop up. Ian, merch win? I don't have any plans to drop merch, Ian, at least right anytime soon, because I would have nothing to put on it. Ben, you haven't seen him for 3 years, but him and your mom are finally getting divorced. Yay, seeing where the money is going. Ben, was that yay a happy yay, or did you mean to type something else? X, do the helicopter? No, I will not. Ian Bryce, hey man, calm down. I don't have anything I would put on merch, so I'm also not going to want to make it crap quality either, because that's terrible. So it would take quite a bit. Mister, you're just smoking weed and eating ice cream? Nice. Have fun. Shrey, what's up? X, just lightening the mood, lol. All good, bro. I like it. Ben, yay, happy. You can't deal with people like him. His word is worth nothing. Gotcha, Ben. Okay. There you go. Mr. Make Fortnite merch? Nah, dude. I don't play Fortnite on stream, and I'm not trying to have Fortnite come after me and sue me because I'm using their characters or stuff as merch. So I will not be making Fortnite merch. Life is very short. We all must die. We all will die at some point. That is correct. So it is all so we all have to see what's going to happen and then do what we want within legal reason, of course. Bay, 20 p.m. I've already been drinking vodka since 10 a.m. Finished eating Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Why did you start drinking at 10 a.m., Bay? That's a little crazy. Ian, what about Kirby and I together? Well, the thing is, Phoenix, Kirby is owned by Nintendo, and I feel like they would sue me even faster because they're even bigger. I would argue than Fortnite is. So I don't know how good of an idea that would be. Gito can't stay, saying, hey, hope your stream goes well tonight. Thanks, Gito. Appreciate it. Hope you and Gabby are doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Ben, funny enough, when your mom kicked him out, you started doing better in school. That your teacher thought you got tutoring. That would never happen. All right, Ben. There you go. Gito, no more drinking for you. You got 2 sauce last night, as I'm sure you know. Sorry again. Gito, you were fine, bro. You were all good, at least in the Zoom. And here. You're good, dude. But I commend you for choosing not to drink. I'm that same way. It's hard. It is hard for most people because a lot of people hear that you don't drink and they're just like, why? and then you just like, I just don't want to. They don't understand it, but if you ever need support, bro, I'm here for you. Ben, bye, Janito. D0 thoughts on pot. I don't smoke it. I never have, and I don't plan to. But if you do, there you go. Good for you. That's it. It does smell that. It does smell bad though. Leah, Leah, what's up? What's up, Emily? How are you? William, how we doing? Leah, Isaac, you are 100 days sober today. That's awesome, Isaac. Congratulations. That's amazing. William, when did the Zoom happen? Did you miss it? Yeah, William, we did the Zoom last night after the stream ended just to see um how it would go. There were only 5 of us, so it was not the hardest to keep everyone in line, but we'll probably do another Zoom at some point in the future. We haven't decided when. And hopefully we'll be able to get more people on. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah. How are you now? Just curious. If I got a new mod? I do not, Oz. It's just me. Bet if it was anything else for the Y for drinking, it would make no sense. And Leo, you're 17. Okay. Pookie. What's up? Leo, Ben, nice. Green, no clue. Ben, what city are you from? Ben's from Canada. Nice. Bill, you got friends over, saw on your notifications. Take this like you gangsta it. Peace. All right, Bill. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I appreciate the like. It means a lot. Have fun with your friends. Yeah, been nice. Dudes, nap time. Yes, I'm aware. I would say that I'm most likely only going to be here until midnight Eastern Standard, midnight my time. So for the next half an hour or so, because I got sleep I need to catch up on and stuff I need to figure out. But yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see how it goes. It really looks like it wasn't even me. Janita, you've all done more for you than you can imagine. You fortunately required the experience of humiliating yourself, even if only internally, to understand what you don't want to be and what I do want to be. Janito, same, bro. Why did you retract that? Dude, no, put that back. You're not alone in that, bro. Cuz we all go through that. Don't hide that. That's you, dude. If something's going on, we got you, bro. If not, if you don't want help, that's okay. But just know, we always here for you, bro. If anything comes up, let us know. Fatima, what are you talking about? Gene said, looking forward to the next Zoom. Good to hear. Glad it was enjoyable. Me too, Gino, for both of us, for real. Yeah. Yeah, Janito's so cool. He is so cool. He's awesome. Ben, do you want to private chat with me now? Search Lifeguard HQ Hunting Weeks Live. You'll be there right now. Should you decide to come and join me there right now for a private chat? Why do you want to talk to Ben by himself, Leo? Gene say, you can't put back how we're all good. Just really appreciate you guys helping me learn life lessons. Well, Janito, we're all learning too. So if you ever learn one and you want to share with the class, by all means, share away. The more we can all figure it out together, the faster we can move and the faster we can move and faster we can do things in life and avoid some pitfalls that the others have already been in. So we always learning, buddy. Ben, why probably what's my Tony? What's my favorite strings? Favorite strings right now. One of them is Technofiber Ice Code. I really like that string. It's a round polyester that is very powerful, which you usually don't get powerful polyesters, but it's not too hard on the arm because it's round. So I like Technofiber Ice Code. Slinko Mach 10 did well. It was a little bit plush for me. So but it was fine. It had sides to it, so that it still played well when I actually got to play with it. Sorry, I'm blanking a little, Tony, because it's 11:30 p.m. my time and my brain's a little fried, but yeah, those other strings. I recently was playing and tested the Tourmaline K-pop hybrid. That one worked out pretty well. Just because that's arguably the best polyester hybrid that I played with recently, or just in general. So that one was good. If I'm going multi-filament, I like Technofiber X1 Biphase, like Wilson NXT, or even Head Velocity. Those ones are pretty good. Just depends on like what the situation calls for. But just stuff like that, Tony. Hopefully that answered your question to satisfaction. Ray, I hope you have having a good day. Thanks, Brita. Hope you are too. Ben, you haven't seen a stream for Leo. Daniel, Mr. Brody, what is up, sir? How are you doing this evening/day, Daniel? Janito, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Phoenix, you have an early release you forgot. Nice. Always fun. Bob, how many beers tonight? I don't know. How many? I have not had any, but how many are you at? Okay, Twin, you have a great stream. Tell Kirby you said hi. Will do, Phoenix. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Beers, all of our brains are fried, Carl. Probably. The phone's kind of doing that. Jeans enough for me, Bob, with a smile and joy, though. 7 Bob, you're also on 7 drinking IPA tonight. Strong. Bye. Need sleep. Have a good stream. Thanks, Oz. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Phoenix, never you're underage, Twin. You were drinking. Daniel, have I ever met pro tennis players? Yes, I have. I have met quite a few because they've come into the store that I work at. I also got to interview Francis Tiafoe last year because they threw me into that interview. I was originally not supposed to be the one to do it, but they were like, "Hey, you like being on camera. You're going to be the one to interview him." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I've got to meet Tiafoe. I've got a picture with Andrei Rublev in the store a few years ago. I've met Basilashvili a few times. I helped Adrian Manarino as well as Matthew Ebden spec match their rackets before they started playing in the tournament because they could tell something was off with their rackets and they just wanted to see what it was. So I was helping them. And yeah, I've met a few others, but nothing. Those were probably like the biggest ones that I've got to meet. Ginta, successful tall boy, old so I had you spinning last night. You crawled to water and bread. All right, Janito. Give me a Liam. No, you cannot be a mod. Maybe there's a William. Is it true that Headling Store adds 2 to 3 grams compared to other strings with the same gauge? William, I believe that's true, but I have not officially measured it myself. But I do believe from one of my friends that also use Headling Store, they also believe that to be true. So I would say that is fairly confident with that it does. Why privately? Because you're new. You're not doing that. You're chilling with Brody. Yeah, Ben. The fact that Leo is trying to do it privately and he's really pushing it is weird to me. I would be wary of going somewhere else, Ben. Just my thoughts. Ginto, Brody's Roadies. All right. Bob, y'all ever smoke? Nope. Never have, never will. I'm with you on that, Bob. Wouldn't this no chance? Brody's Roads. Maybe. Daniel Lassical, you could start a tennis podcast with guest pro tennis players. Now, Daniel, the funny thing is, I've thought about that. I have. And I was talking with one of my friends yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And he's an extreme gearhead like I am. And he had floated the idea to me of doing that many years ago, but I never did because I was like, I wasn't even really doing YouTube as much back then, or almost at all. But now the idea came up again, and he was a little bit more into it, and I was like, we could definitely do that. We just have to figure out the time and the place. Since we're both gearheads, we can make one and see how it goes. Just make a plan for it and go. But it is on him to decide because he's the one that he would be running everything. He would be essentially like running everything. He'd have me on as the guest or like the co-host. And then we just kind of go from there. So he still has to make that decision on whether or not he wants to do it. If he does, I'll back him up and I will, I will help out as much as possible. If he doesn't, that's okay. And life continues on as we are. Tony Mac, do I have any pro stock frames? So not necessarily full pro stock. But I do have the old Wilson Ultra Tour. They don't make this one anymore, and the Ultra Pro that is out now is actually different from this one too. I've had this thing for years, as well as the same strings have been in here for years, so that's why the strings look terrible. But this would be the closest thing to a pro stock that I would have. I don't have any official ones, but this would be the closest. Ben, you can stay here in this room. This is all. It's about just commenting, chilling. Leah, it's weird to me too. You're not doing that? Good, Ben. Rappers, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Daniel, you have quite this on-screen personality that will work. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. Sarcastic. Pass. Dallas, you rage fist yourself while screaming Pikachu. I choose you. But Dallas, I am not an Annihilate, so I can't use Rage Fist. You mean Gearhead? Do you need for tennis? Gear, do you need tennis? Yeah. Rackets, shoes, strings, the tennis ball that you use. There's actually quite a bit that goes into this. You'd be surprised. Shawl. Get a load of this guy? Yeah, this guy. It's not like a racket and a ball. And shoes. And the string. and a bunch of other stuff. You're like tennis gear, Bob. You're okay, Bob. Vale, is the Het Speed MP a good racket for a beginner with one-handed backhand? You could use the one-handed backhand with the Speed MP. The Speed MP is going to be a little bit it's gonna swing a little slow through the air just because you have the 100 head size, but it depends on what you're using right now, Vale. So if you have any info on that, then by all means let me know. But typically with one-handed backhands, players tend to like smaller head sizes just because it's easier to swing through the air. So one racket, depending upon your level of play and everything that you may want to check out, it's still within the speed line, but the new Head Speed Tour, that one is a 97 square inch head size, which is the smallest the Speed I think has ever been made. And so that one may be one to look into outside of the Speed MP since you have the one-handed backhand. But I've not got to officially test the Speed Tour, so take with that a grain of salt because I haven't fully got to play with it myself. But I think it would definitely be worth a demo just to see what you think. Travis, who has a ThinkPad for their personal computer? Me. I do. I've had this for about 5 years. Tony, you have a few head PT630. You forgot what the code was for them, but they were popular on tour 10 years ago. Nice, Tony. That's awesome. Do you like playing with them or no? Travis, it's like 4 things. It is 4 things, but they all go together. They all do different things. There's different types of strings, different types of rackets. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. You'd be very surprised if when you actually started looking into it. I was when I know I was when I first started. ER, what's up? What's poppin'? Do you use the sleep apnea? She makes you feel like Darth Vader. Vale, thanks, of course. Bill, do I consider arson a constructive contribution to the local community? If it is done through, you know, the community has requested for there to be arson, then potentially. But if not, you're just doing arson to do arson, probably not. Are those ceilings about to fall down, bro? Nah, they're not gonna fall. They've been up there for a while. We're good. I appreciate the concern though. But what's up, Bill? It's kind of nasty, Bob. Ben, Ben, let's get some advice. You're the legend to me, Bill. Hi, Bill. Have you burned something today? Tony, you think they're kind of low powered and too flexible for the modern game? Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I wouldn't think that the older frames would be more flexible, but I don't know. I never got to play with them. No, on what bill? You actually did, William Taryn. Yay. Thought something was getting broken now. Musab, what's up, sir? Thank you. I appreciate the like. Taryn, you just woke up to your brand new cat puking. When did you get a brand new cat, Taryn? This is news. Where am I from? Do I want knives under 13 euros? Lip balm, I do not want knives. And I'm from the US. Where are you from? And they gone. Okay. Feeling control is nice though, but hard to keep the level up with them. Much easier to play with my VCore 98. Nice, Tony. Are you playing with the new VCore 98 or are you playing with the Gen 7 VCore 98? Bob, hey Tam. Nice, you have you all to yourself. Hi guys. You are Taryn. Hello. Bill, Ben, you've been You have court on the 22nd. You don't want to go. Can you take my place? There's one weird guy constantly asking you to join him privately to chat. Arslan, where's Layla? Layla was here earlier, but she has already gone to bed. So she was just not feeling it. She was feeling quite tired, and so she just decided to sleep. And that's it. Taryn, this was a little too late. You're exhausted. You just woke up. How is the day? Well, Taryn, it's Tuesday. You know it's going to be later. But for right now, the day is about neutral. There was some good. There was some bad. I got some stuff I need to figure out because I got stuff coming up. Bro, calm down with that. Yeah, the day is just neutral. And then, but we're having a good time now because, you know, we're streaming. We're having fun. Hey, Terry. Yapping, what's up? What's up? How we doing? Min, should you continue trying to make a racket work than trying different rackets? Min, how long have you been trying to make the racket work? Ben, no, Bill, you can't. Busy plus not flying to England. And then Arslan, Daniel, and Bob. You just got a big girl today. She was disruptive during your live. Ah, okay. Gotcha. But what made you get the cat? Kevin, you're too faded to read these paragraphs. All right. Hi there, Nava. Can I suggest you a good perfume? No, I cannot. I don't wear perfume. Oh, Ben, what's your favorite war? We tried, man. We tired, man. Oh, okay. Why you got court bill? Shout out to your goat. The longest word in the English language. Nice, Rusty. I don't know how to pronounce it, but nice. Zara, hello. I don't know what you said, but hello. Ben, World War II, Afghanistan. Man, you're about 3 to 4 months of using the same thing, but it's not giving you what you want. Then, man, I would say you're probably good to start trying different rackets. Especially if you've been doing this for 3 to 4 months. I think you're okay to start demoing, bro. Juggalo, what's my favorite song? Right now, currently, my favorite song is Bruno Mars's new song that just came out on Friday, because I think that song's great. That's probably not my favorite song overall, but for in the current moment, that is the song that would be my favorite. I have listened to that song way more times than I probably should have, but I just like it. William War never changes. Thank you, William, for the Fallout 4 reference. Bob, you probably should not be skipping court. Just something cheeky. Taryn, you've been needing a companion for like 14 months, that's why. Taryn, why have you been needing a companion? Did you need it, or did you want a companion? Is Afghanistan the best war? Oh, but Rusty is pronounced. Trust me, you're using text speech. All right. I'll take your word for it. Ben, because you know people who were there and you don't know any World War II vets. Okay. Awesome. Taryn, you were honestly, you'd be skipping court dates too, just waiting for them to come get you, guys. Why, Taryn? Bill Fair, how long was Afghanistan? It wasn't good for you, but it was 2001 to 2017 or something. Tony, what's most under? I'm assuming you meant underrated string brand. And underrated string brand, I would probably think. Let me assume. Let me go through the archives in my mind. I don't I don't know if there are specific brands that are underrated, but if there are just underrated strings from all of the brands. Because like for me, Technofiber, they're basically known for Technofiber X1 biphase, they're known for NRG squared, they are known for things like Razor Soft, but to me, my favorite string from them for a polyester is Technofiber Ice Coat. So to me, that one is underrated. It also being the same for like Yonex Polytor Spin. Yonex is a big string brand, but almost no one talks about Yonex Polytor Spin. But so to me, that string would be underrated. I don't think that I necessarily would say there's a most underrated string brand that I've tried so far, but just having underrated strings from the bigger brands that are already out there. That would be my answer, Tony. So it would just depend on what brand we look at and what string from them that is not talked about. What I think deserves to be talked about. Bill, you're not skipping. Okay. Well, you lost your babies then and haven't been the same since. Your pets are more than pets to me. Gotcha, Taryn. Nice. World War II compared to Afghanistan. Oh, it can though. You probably did something serious. You can't skip, Bill. Your fish. Up. 200 feet apart goes vengeance for 201. See, you want to be in the Vietnam big flamethrower. Sorta. You were trying not to laugh. So that makes sense. No one really talks about Ice Code. You'll buy a set and try it out. Yeah. Tony, the thing about Ice Code is that it is a round polyester. It's very powerful, and but it is not going to give you that much spin. So if you're more of a flat ball strike player, or if you just prefer the polyester to help give you a little bit more extra power, Ice Code can do great. Trying to think that this polyester string is going to give you the most spin in the world, that's where people get Ice Code wrong. But at least here in the US, Ice Code is also one of their least expensive polyesters, but it still plays very, very nicely to me. So that is one of the other reasons why that I like it. And I just wanted to let you know that before you go out and buy it, and just to give you like the heads up of what you may experience, because if you use majorly spin oriented polyesters with sides to them, and I want you to go to Ice Code, not get that and be like, oh no, this sucks, when it's designed to fit a different function. Bill, can I pay for your ticket to America and pretend to be you in court? No. No, I cannot, Bill. My hair does not look like anything like yours. They would know instantly. Yeah, Bill, you're just a little too good. You actually in the chat tonight. Ben, you've had a stressful day, Bill. Were you being sarcastic? Too stressful AF. All right. Tony, it sounds like it might work for your game. You hit relatively flat. Nice. I think it's definitely worth a try just to see. I would depend with Ice Code, you can use pretty much whatever gauge you typically use, because Ice Code comes in a 16 gauge, which for Technofiber is 1.30. There's 17 gauge, which is 1.25 millimeters, and they actually make an 18 gauge in it, which you don't see too often, and which is 1.20 for them. So you have most of the common thicknesses for the string gauge. So you can just adjust and use whichever one works best for you. Bill, sup, Ben? So your Father's Day after 3 years, happy moment, but stressful. Isaac, you're tired? Yeah, man. The live will not be going on for much longer because I got the sleep I need to catch up on, and my body is saying, "Hey, man, you remember how you did the gym for the first time in a while, and then you played tennis, and then did other activities you don't normally do today? Yeah, it's time to pay the price and let me recover." That's what my body's saying. So I'll probably be here. I'll probably go until the hour mark, which is in about 10 minutes, and then I'll skedaddle. But yeah, we will go for about another 10 minutes. And then everyone can go to sleep and yeah, do that. Or continue with the rest of their day. Bob, you know we don't talk politics, but I've never been to Venezuela, so I have no idea what Venezuela is like. Logan, what's up? Am I going to put people in the door? At some point, Logan. At some point. It's not tonight. I can tell you that. But at some point, I may. As a hello, Tony, what's up? How we doing? Good night. Good night, Tony. Tony, how's the airport treating you? What's going on? Haven't talked to you much recently. Ben? No, you did not. Sexted him? No. Brody, have you ever fought an opponent after a match? No, I have not fought an opponent after a match. I've been very lucky to have very respectful opponents anytime I play a match, so yeah, we're good. Nothing like that. Good night. El Pal said hi, what's up? Tony, all good? Nice, Tony. That's awesome. Glad to hear the airport's treating you well. Bill, you worked all day in the rain and cold. Your day still seems stressful, Ben. Nice. William, what's a good workhorse string? You plan to use your T5300 as your backup, right? You need the string that holds tension well and remain predictable throughout its lifespan. William, if your arm can handle it, Luxilon 4G. Luxilon 4G is arguably the polyester I have found to maintain its life and its tension the longest, but it does not help you with power, does not help you with spin. You get a lot of control out of that thing, and you get arguably the best tension maintenance I've ever seen from a polyester, ever experienced. But it's really hard on your arm, and you as the player have to do pretty much all of the work besides besides controlling the ball. So if you want a workhorse, Luxilon 4G. And they do have different versions of it. They have 4G rough, they have 4G soft. But 4G normal, that's the one I've played with the most. That thing's a beast. It used to be a lot more popular years ago, but kind of fell off. I don't know why, but it did. I'm kind of glad it did, just because I don't want to string it all the time. But that string is a beast, dude. Ben, thanks, Bill. No, change topic. What's your favorite part of Vietnam, Bill? Studios, what's up? You're new. Scar Studios? No, I do not. Bill, can you play tennis with a frying pan? You can, Bill. people have done that. Your restaurant topic. Farha, you came back from school. Nice. Welcome. Serve in the cigarette snakes in the strap. Random, what's up? How we doing? How are you? What's going on? Yeah, that's awesome. Fried eggs and playing tennis. Yeah, you can. You can use the exact same pan if you wanted to, Bill. Bob, I'm not the best. I'm not the person to ask. I wouldn't know. Debbie, am I colorblind? I am not colorblind. These are just glasses to help me sleep better, Debbie, because I'm staring at my phone, I'm staring at my computer for however long the stream goes, and these help stop the blue lights coming off the screens from getting into my eyes and keeping me up. And so these just help out with that, not color blindness. Did y'all break anything now? Random, you've been scrolling YouTube lives, random those scammers with prompts to do something that the viewers would want to see unless if someone donates a sticker but they don't end up doing it. Ugh, gross. I can't stand that stuff. It's like, why? They're just literally, as you said, they're just scamming people out of their money. It's so dumb. Bill, nothing, house clean, nice. You tired? Alright, God bless you, man. You too, Debbie. Bill, your friends are evolving into adults. You're so proud. Nice, Bill. Taryn's tired, but the cat won't stop crying. You're so proud of them too. Nice. Ian, go to bed. Don't worry, we will be here shortly. Mr. Has FOMO. Don't you worry, we'll be going to bed shortly. Woke up to the sound of my voice, bruh. That's redonkulous, dude. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Guys, if we're only going to be here for the next few minutes, you know what has to happen. You know who has to make his appearance. The co-host, the big man. The man you all actually like way more than me for some reason, but I get it. So, with that being said, the big man himself, he's ready. He's about to show up. If you know him, you've been around, you know who's about to come on out. If you don't know him, don't worry. He's new. He's just my co-host. He helps me out, monitors chat, make sure everyone is doing what they need to do, not being rude, not being anything like that. He has a sword. He doesn't plan on using it, but I wouldn't put it past him. Just don't make him angry. So, without further ado, the giant pink blob himself, co-host Kirby. Ta-da. Boom. Co-host Kirby. But yeah, you're going to get 2 hours. You probably sleep an hour at work and do an extra hour. Okay. Thoughts on CDL drivers? They arguably are not appreciated enough for transporting everything that they do, because without them, a lot of places would not be able to supply or stock what we need. So they're pretty cool, and they're very much needed in today's world. Curves, the real YouTube channel creator. Curves. Oh, I just can't take a curve. You want to watch Kill Curry? Why, Bill? William, any other string recommendation? 4G is expensive there, around 25 USD. You can't have your main racket use 15 USD string, your backup 25. Besides 4G, because that one's typically the best at tension maintenance, don't get any other Luxilon string that's not typically going to do you well. You could probably get away with using William, you might be able to get away with using Vocal Cyclone in, say, like one of the thicker gauges, not necessarily the 18, 19, or 20 gauge, but something like the 16, the 17 or 18. So you might be able to use Vocal Cyclone if that is also cheaper in Indonesia like it is here in the US. And then since that's in your backup, it's not going to be as expensive. So your backup will have string that's even less money than what's in your current setup. So I would say maybe try Cyclone. Give me like a day to think on it and just message me in the school community. Be like, hey, what do you think about those strings for tension maintenance? And just ask me in there too, because right now my brain's not firing on all cylinders, but just let me know. Regular Cyclone. Cyclone Tour is a little bit softer. It's a little bit easier on the arm, but I think it has less tension maintenance than normal Cyclone does. They're both about like $8.99 USD here in the US, but they are typically on the least expensive, lower and not as expensive side. No, but you wish you had more views and subscribers. Michael, it would be nice, but it's on me to provide better content to accomplish that goal. So it's on me, bro. Can't be wishing for stuff if I'm not going to put in the work to try and make it happen. Random. I don't think Kirby does that, but I don't know. Just gotta hear what's going on. You made a joke. Just gotta hear what's going on. BB, we're all just kind of hanging out. Came in towards the end of the stream. We're about to get out of here. We're about to get out of here soon in the next few minutes, but yeah, we're all just kind of hanging out, talking about whatever, man. For the most part, not much else. Well, why is Kirby pointing a sword at my neck? Well, you know, he's keeping me hostage. I guess he didn't like the intro tonight. You ever said this, but you want to set Kirby on fire? Thanks, Bill. Kirby, Bill wants to set you on fire. What do you think? He's flabbergasted. That's why his mouth is open. Mr. Joke, well, yes, you have a number. What? It's 5 here now. You're starting work in 2 hours. Where's everyone at? Taryn, everyone's in bed, which I will be going to bed here soon too. Hope Bill get to sleep. Okay, well, Cyclone tour. Cyclone, Bill's in bed now. Nice. Yeah. I don't know who the second guy is, so I would assume John Wick. I mean, so you're not sleeping the same as you. It's fine. You'll live somehow. Turn out to be home 5-ish. Right. Ben has a point. There's a lizard behind my TV, bro. That's crazy. Did I just get a new pet? Can you spray paint Kirby blue? No. No, I cannot. William, yeah, I'll try it. Thank you for the recommendation. Of course, William. See what you think. Let me know. But if Cyclone doesn't work, just message me again and be like, hey man, you got any other ideas? And then we'll go from there. Why? Camouflage is good. Isaac base. Young, the accountant versus John Wick. I don't know the accountant, so I'm going to go with John Wick again. Bill, you don't play bass. Kyle, what's up? Can you be mod? Do I need help? Nah, Kyle, I'm good, bro. Oh, Kylie, so sorry. It's late for me. It is past midnight. I thought it said Kyle, not Kylie. My mistake. But I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate you offering though. Bend the account 100%. Interesting. All right. Play the triangle. Nice, Bill. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've made it to the bottom of chat, and my eyes are starting to hurt. So I think Kirby and I, we're gonna head on out of here. We made it to a full hour tonight, which is crazy, but hey, we did it. And yeah, we're gonna skedaddle. So with that being said, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. You took time out of your day to come hang out with me, Kirby, and everyone else in chat. It means a lot to me. So, with that being said, thank you all. Hopefully, I'll see you again tomorrow for the next stream for day 14. But with that being said, as always, take care.